right, so here we are at ThingSpeak, and it is just ThingSpeak.com. It's ran by MathWorks. And the first thing you're going to do is, if you don't have an account, we're going to click Get Started for free. Okay, and it'll take you to a new page. And what it will ask you to do is put in your email, and then it will ask you for a password. Right? But if you don't have one, you have to click on this Create One button. All right, so here it's going to ask you for email, address, last name, and then it'll ask you to set up a password. Okay, so it's just like setting up an account anywhere else. Okay, so I've already got an email and a password set up. Okay, so this is going to allow me to log into ThingSpeak. Okay, now, I've already got a greenhouse where it's sending data. What we're going to do is we're going to set up a new channel. Okay, so you will see something that will be a little bit more blank. Okay? So what we're going to do is we are going to create a new channel because you won't have anything in this spot. So when you go to channels, my channels, yours will be blank. What you're going to do is create a new channel. Okay? So let's call this, I'm going to call mine, this is going to be Thanos's Retirement greenhouse. Okay, so I'm just going to say the description is just a practice greenhouse. And if you're working in a team, you can put your team name here. You can put, any other kind of descriptor. This is for Mrs. Black Widow's class or something like that. Now, if you remember back to our setting up the program, we had the fields. Okay, so you have to make sure that your fields correspond to the labels. Right, so if you remember that field 1 label was air temp, was the variable. So I'm going to say air temperature here. Okay, notice these other ones are grayed out. You have to click this little checkbox to be able to add a new variable. My second one was humidity, and now my third one, if you remember, was lux. Right, and you can even do light value, right, or light intensity, right, because that's really what lux is. So if I had more, I would just keep checking the boxes, right, and I would put the name in here. But you do have to make sure that those fields, right, field 1, field 2, field 3, right, are the same here, right. So you don't want your humidity being sent to field 1 if it's going to represent air temperature, right. So you don't want to mess these names up. You want these names to correlate to the variable. Okay. Now you don't have to do anything else here. You can have your location if you want to. Right. You can Google your address and it will tell you what the latitude and longitude is if you want to do that. Okay. You can even embed a video and things like that. But what we're going to do, this is all that we need to do. So we're going to save channel. And notice instantly on my channel, I get Thanos's Retirement. Oops, I misspelled retirement. Retirement greenhouse, right, is the header. Okay. And so I'm not getting any data yet because I haven't downloaded my data to my microbit yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to go do that. Okay. So here I am. I'm going to be back at my make code. So I think I've got everything all set. All right, double check my API. Now just to double check where your API is in ThingSpeak is when you go into ThingSpeak, you're going to see this block up here that says API keys. You'll click that. That is going to be your API key. Okay. So you'll just copy that. Okay. And you're going to go back into make code and you'll put in your API key.